What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Brian Noonan here. I want to go over in today's video an update that I just saw come out with the new inventory limit restrictions for new product launches. I know a lot of you new sellers out there who this is your first product launch. Even existing sellers are only able to send a shipment of 200 units to the Amazon warehouse. And I know there were some hacks and some different ways, opening multiple windows to try to get your shipment in of more than 200 units, and I never recommended doing those. And I just saw for someone who messaged me in the Facebook group, the Amazon FBA Gladiators group, they had sent in, I think it was 500 units, and the product is not selling as well as they had hoped for. And their total overage charge, Amazon is now charging an extra $10 per cubic meter on top of their normal storage fees. That Amazon seller was going to be charged an additional $700 or $800 because he has an excess inventory of 400 units. The product's only selling about 100 units a month, and that's huge. An extra $700 or $800 will make a new seller go broke. And so I want to give you some advice on if your product's not selling very well, and just some updates on this new change with the 200 unit max going into Q4 and how you can navigate to get around it. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor. Right here on this channel, I'm dedicated to bringing you guys the most up-to-date current content for Amazon sellers, how to navigate all the changes and challenges of becoming an Amazon seller. So I release 1 to 2 new videos every single week covering everything Amazon FBA related, e-commerce, Shopify, making money online. So if you enjoy that type of content, make sure to go down right now and give me a like on this video. Also subscribe if you're not already. Turn on that notification bell so you can be notified of these changes every single time I release a new video. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible. I went from a struggling drug addict, 6-7 years ago, all the way to a full-time 6-figure seller on Amazon, and I'm dedicated to truly helping and teaching people. What makes me unique and different on my YouTube channel is I make these videos in the hopes and in an authentic, genuine, wanting to help and teach people, not to get you to buy my course. Without any other delays, guys, let's jump into the video and go over these new updates and getting around the inventory limits. Coming up. All right, guys, let's go over the new changes with what I just saw. This article that came out today is good news for those of you who are worried or concerned with, and me as well, all right? I have new products that I was planning on launching, and I'm having to only be able to send in 200 units. I have other videos on my channel going over FBM, so if you do want to check out what FBM entails, how you fulfill orders by merchant, I'll try to link some of those videos up here for you to click on and watch. But I want to go over kind of some good news that just came out about the 200 unit inventory limit. So to me, when Amazon came out with these inventory limits, to me it seemed like all they wanted to do is only keep products that were best sellers or high volume sale sellers and products in their warehouses, and kind of get rid of all of the smaller sellers, which was kind of frustrating because you may have a product that only sells roughly 300 units a month instead of 3,000. And my concern was, okay, they're wiping out smaller sellers. Is this going to be for the entire rest of the Amazon selling existence? Luckily, it's just through the end of Q4. So why did Amazon come out and block or only allow new sellers to send in 200 units? Why did they send notifications to hundreds of thousands of sellers to recreate removal orders for free, getting rid of their inventory? There's a couple reasons I think this happened. Number one, I think Amazon is trying to clear out space of existing ASINs and products that just aren't selling that well, to make room for newer products that sell higher volume. Also, I think they're just getting prepared to be able to offer a wider range or diverse product offerings. So instead of just a select few products that are taking up all their warehouse space, they're wanting to clear out stock that's not selling, products that aren't selling, and be able to bring in new and exciting and fresh products for going into Q4, which is the busiest shopping time of the whole year. So I think that's probably the third reason, is this new inventory limit for only being able to send in 200 units was just going to be happening for Q3 and Q4 now until the end of the year. And so that's good news. And then I saw this article today that I want to talk about. So I had one person in the Facebook group, like I mentioned, contact me and say that he sent in about 500 units. He's only sold about 100 units in the first month. and Amazon wants him to remove 400 or something crazy like that units. And if he doesn't, he's going to be charged an extra $700 or $800 per month in fees, at $10 per cubic meter extra on top of the expensive storage fees, which is just crazy. So, but here is the good news is if you guys do your product research correctly and you guys are, using that product research checklist and flowchart that I have linked down below, you're validating that you have a good product that has good demand, not too much competition. You do differentiate well, which I'll have a video coming out in the next couple weeks going over differentiating and how to stand out. One huge tip I can give you just quickly is to differentiate. Try to find a product that's either hard to find a supplier for, hard to put together a unique bundle, or it's in a category that required you to go through a few extra steps like pesticide and pesticide devices or a hazmat review. You had to submit a few extra documents or take an e-learning course or send photos of your product's packaging with the manufacturer's name and address on there. You get approved in topical products, you've already cut out like 50% of the other sellers who can't get approved or won't go into that category. Also think of like products most sellers are told to stay away from, like glass products. Maybe there's opportunity there. Electronics. Everyone, new sellers, a lot of people on YouTube are teaching new sellers to stay away from electronics. Why don't we think about selling electronics as long as there's no huge issues and restrictions on it? A lot of electronics that plug into the wall outlet are going to have restrictions on them. Lighting products, lamp fixtures, those types of products are restricted. I personally don't have experience getting approval in lighting or automotive, which is another restricted category. I have had success, though, getting approval for health and household with cleaning products, some higher-end baby products that had choking pieces, and also topical products. And all I had to do in those cases was either submit a safety data sheet, which I got from my supplier, or take an e-learning course for pesticide devices and the cleaning products. And then for the topical products, I just had to submit photos of my custom sample where I had a supplier make me one unit with my logo, my own packaging, my unique UPC barcode on the packaging, and then the name and address of your supplier, manufacturer, on each unit's box. So good news, guys. Q4. This is from Helium 10, the product research software that I recommend for finding products, not only finding products, but keyword research and in-depth analysis of potential product niches, spying on your competition's keyword, what keywords are they using to rank. Also, Helium 10 has great seller assistant tools like hijacker alerts, inventory control, and profits calculation, even an app and a Chrome extension to manage your seller account. This was really interesting. So the Helium 10 posted this blog or this news article today, and here's what they did. They did a case study of launching a couple new products and finding out, okay, they were only able to send in 200 units on the first shipment. Again, I've always taught and been telling you guys, it'll only be on your first shipment that you're limited to 200 units. And then after about a month or about 2-3 weeks after you launch, you'll be able to send in 300, 400, 500. And that's exactly what this article confirms today, is that they did some case studies. Helium 10 launched some new products, ASINs. They sent in that 200 units because that was their max on the first order of a brand new product. And then look what happened about 2 weeks in. Sales picked up. We were only selling about 24 units a week. That's only 3 to 5 units a day. And as you can see, the max inventory quantity remained the same. But by the third week, things changed. By the third week, day 15, my first FBA order, Amazon increased my limits. This is despite averaging a measly 3 to 4 units a day only in sales in the first couple of weeks. But the first day of my third week, you can see that my inventory limit shipment quantity jumped to 262. Then you can see above, sales actually went down for the first few days of week 3, with only about an average of 2 units sold per day. However, despite that, on day 19, after they launched this brand new product, they had already sent in 200 units. Their inventory jumped to 306. 2 days later, guys, it's up to 436, more than double the 200 limit. This is only 3 weeks into launch. So this is what I've been telling you guys all along, that it's just on your first shipment that you'll be limited to 200 units. I was so happy to see this article come out from Helium 10, that they validated that it's just on that first shipment. and Amazon's making room for new products, and they just want to keep products in their warehouse that are selling well, and that you're serious, that you don't over order, 1,000 units, and then the product just sits in their warehouse and takes up space, okay? Hopefully you guys don't choose a product like that if you follow all my tips and advice on this channel and the product research checklist criteria for choosing your product. Okay, another update that I found interesting in this article, guys, was you may see that your status, when you go into your Manage Inventory tab, I always look at my status on the far left, Manage Inventory, and then you'll have your product listings in there. And then on the left, you usually always want to see your listing status as inactive, out of stock. That's when you first create the listing, you're working on getting those photos done, your description written out. You want to see the listing inactive, out of stock. That's great. Or even better is once you get units to the Amazon warehouse, the status goes active, which means you're ready to start selling. You're live on Amazon. We can now launch. This was interesting here. What they say in this article is they sent a shipment into Amazon, and 3 days before it was even one available checked in fully, Amazon opened up their listing for available status, which means customers can buy and order your product even before all the inventory was checked in. This is especially cool because of the shipping delays and processing times that a lot of my students and myself are seeing, especially at the Dallas FTW1 Amazon Fulfillment Center and the Phoenix Fulfillment Center. They're like 3 to 6 weeks for checking in inventory. So this is another promising piece of data and news that Amazon may open up your listing and allow you to start selling again even before they checked in most of your inventory or even one unit of your inventory. So that's awesome that we can continue to make sales even with all the backlog on processing and checking in inventories here. Now, the bad news is if you opened up, in this case study, they opened up their product as a customer of their own product to see, okay, that's great, I can buy it, it's not fully checked in yet, but you can see that the arrive by date was September 24th to September 27th. We're in the beginning, first few weeks of August. That's over a month away. So that would be an issue. Your customer would probably not order or place an order with that because it's over a month for shipping time. So in this case, if your listing goes active, but you have zero inventory available, I would probably go in and edit under offer, the offer release date or the sales start date. I would push that forward a few weeks just so you have at least 50 or 100 units actually available in your seller account, like right here, available at least 50 to 100 units so that your customer has the 1 or 2 day prime shipping, which is a huge factor in ranking that you have the prime shipping and conversions and sales velocity, that you have inventory at Amazon available and that the customer doesn't have to wait a month to be able to get their product. And then another piece of data here that was really interesting is they did a poll inside the Helium 10 members group. If you're not a member of that Facebook group, it's free. Just like my own Facebook group, Amazon FBA Gladiators, you should go join that with the link down below. I'm in that group every day answering questions and interacting with you guys, my viewers, subscribers, and fans. I love giving you guys help and answering your questions in that Facebook group. But in the Helium 10's Facebook group, one of the moderators posted, how long on average are you guys waiting, Amazon sellers, waiting to get your inventory checked in? The most popular answer was 4 weeks plus. So again, guys, that is still kind of one of the huge concerns and issues that are still going on right now is those check-in times at the Amazon warehouse. However, to check your inventory now, if you were to put on the fast track program of all the shipments and the accounts, I monitor weeks old inventory, almost all got checked in this week. So again, there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel. Amazon has, put this inventory limit on new shipments. They're clearing out space in their warehouses, and I do believe things will get back to quote-unquote normal. Well, a normal check-in time or processing time, guys, used to be only about a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. Over 4 weeks is just crazy. So I know for those of you guys out there who are in the middle of launching a product, your product's in production, you've ordered samples, you're getting ready to sell in Q4, which is the best time of the whole year. I want you guys to hang in there. Please drop any questions or comments you guys have on these changes, inventory limits, shipments, available quantity, check-in and processing times at the Amazon warehouse, or even FBM. Drop me any of those questions down below. I'll be happy to answer each one of those personally. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll continue to post new videos, keeping you guys updated right here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day.